Hi guys, and welcome back to another betting predictions video. In this video I'm going to go over what happened on the 10th and then give my predictions for the 11th, and this is Greenwich Mean Time because I'm in the UK. So 10th went really well for us. We got an 85% win ratio, which is 1% above what we got in the day before that. So Luminosity SK, like I thought they wouldn't have any trouble against Luminosity, 16-8, as well as Renegades versus Complexity, 16-8. Enigma 6 versus Looking for Org did better than I thought, 16-5, pretty crazy. Rush lost the first map, 16-7, which is quite dominant for Winterfox, but again this is only a low bet. Optic versus NRG, like I thought the upset would happen, even though NRG also had Professor Chaos. But of course he used to be a pro player, he used to play for Splice. So yeah, underdog bet, 16-9, easy money. Rush won the second map, 16-14, a lot closer. Blight versus Enigma 6, 16-7, we got that one correct. And again we got the upset for NRG versus Optic, 16-12, so pretty good. PENTA versus aTTaX kind of took it easily away from them, 2-0. Then DD versus EPG, this was a very close game actually, it went the full length. And I know that EPG were up 13-5 at one point as well in the last map, and then somehow DD came back and won it. We lost this one, aTTaX versus X-Dark Passage, 1-2, unfortunately. DD versus aTTaX, we got the underdog bet on this one as well, so I was very happy with that, 2-1. And then Renegades versus Denial, Renegades kind of destroyed them, I'm not even going to lie. Probably should have put a high bet on that looking back at it. Now on to the 11th. Just to bear in mind, all of these are best of threes, apart from these two matches down here, which should give like more reliable results, so very good for us. Misfits versus Complexity, I'm going for Misfits on this one, medium. Complexity played recently, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, they played against, oh, I can't even find it now. When did they play? Sorry guys. Well, I know that they played recently and it didn't go too well for them. Misfits being a very strong team at the minute with Sean Guerres. One of the maps would probably be Inferno. I doubt Complexity would have played that map very often, whereas Misfits have definitely practiced on it. So that's why I'm going the medium bet on Misfits. Enemies versus iNation. iNation recently beating aTTaX in a best of 3. Looking very good actually, against an incredibly low tier EU team. So that's why I'm going for the high bet on iNation, just because it's the best of 3 situation. Outlaws versus Nexus, this is a very 50-50 game in terms of betting odds, but I do believe that Outlaws will come out with the win in this one, so that's why I'm putting the low bet on them. EnVyUs versus Big, EnVyUs performing really well against Na'Vi. That was as part of the ESL Pro League. They have performed really well, especially on their CT side train. But they did lose, but I still think that they have the potential to beat Big in this best of 3. So that's why I'm going for the medium bet on EnVyUs. GameplayDNA versus Playing Ducks. Both are from Lithuania, I want to say. I might be very wrong there. GameplayDNA played recently. It was against... I'm not going to be able to find it again, am I? Against Rush 3D, they lost 2-1. Also playing oh, that isn't a very good argument for us, I'm just going to completely ignore that one. But yeah, GameplayDNA did lose 2-1 to Rush 3D, who I believe are a worse team than Playing Ducks at this given moment in time. So in this best of 3, I think that Playing Ducks have a deeper map pool than GameplayDNA do, but bear in mind that this is a low tier EU matchup, so it could be completely different from what I'm suggesting, so just do whatever you feel like is right. aTTaX versus PENTA, This is another best of 3 between two technically German teams, even though PENTA now only have one German player. And what I think will happen is alternate aTTaX will come out with the underdog win like they did against DD. Of course, DD recently beat PENTA in 2 maps, I think it was, quite convincingly, but for some reason the betting odds are still in favour of PENTA. So I'm going to go for a low bet on alternate aTTaX, try and get that underdog win. And then Renegades versus Premier Rejects. This is a best of 2, which you have to bet on each map individually. And looking at the performance against Denial, there is no way that Renegades will lose either of these maps. Like, in my opinion, they were so dominant against Denial, who are a very respected NA team. Premier Rejects have played a lot recently, but I don't think I've won a single game in the past 5 at least. So that is why I'm putting the high bets on Renegades in both of the games. Just a quick reminder, the link to my betting spreadsheet is in the description of my video. My trade link is also up here if you want to send me anything. Codes for different websites and different stats as well. We're almost at 70% for this month, but I am kind of destroyed us, especially this day here. And definitely this one. So yeah, I mean, it isn't really representative of what we've been getting recently, because we've been getting like over 80%, which is brilliant. Look at all that green. Oh, it's beautiful. So yeah, that can all be found in the description, and I hope you enjoyed the video.